I'm Holly with Vito Farm. We are Zone 9B flower farm located in the Sacramento, California region. We do flowers. We raise sustainable chicken, eggs, and pork, and we are starting our first year of our flower farm. So come along with us on our journey as we build it up. We are coming out to inspect what's going on around the property after the rain. And we are going to do some planting of some Lisianthus plugs I got today. Going to check on the tulips, do some harvesting of those. So come along with me. So first thing we're going to check on is our seedlings. So I don't have a greenhouse, so I plant all of our seedlings and then I put them in my garage under grow lights till they germinate. And then once they germinate, now that it's getting a little bit warmer, we're still not past our first frost date, but the temperatures show no frost for the next 10 days. And so I just watch the forecast to make sure it's not going to get frozen. But I set up these stations on this is the south side of our garage. And so I set these up to keep our seedlings out here as they grow. And they're doing pretty well because it's south facing. They've stayed pretty warm. I think these tomatoes have gotten a little bit of sunburn. So that's, I think, what's going on with these tomatoes. But the cosmos are doing well. I have tons of tomatoes right now. There's some celosia, which is a little bit cold for celosia. Some ageritum. I just brought my eucalyptus out here, and it's really cold for eucalyptus, but things under grow lights get a little bit, it's just harder for me. So I pull stuff out here as soon as I can. These are peppers. I think again, they're a little bit sunburnt. Let's see, what is this? I can't remember what this is. Oh, this is China aster. We've got some Armenian cucumbers, which they look like they got pretty trashed in the rain yesterday. They're getting pretty long too. And then we have some pickled cucumbers back there, and then some purple basil. We have some marigolds and gomphrena. You can see my gomphrena. This tray is kind of bent, and so they didn't get watered. They weren't soaking up the water on the end. I just couldn't keep them wet enough. So we'll have to start again with some gomphrena. And then these are eucalyptus plugs that I brought in. So you can see some of them are doing well. These ones were dead before I brought them out here, so it's not that they were outside that it killed them. I think they didn't get enough water. And then I have purple hyacinth bean. And then these are also some dead eucalyptus. So eucalyptus not doing so great. Everything else is doing great. This is eucalyptus that I planted from seed, and it's actually doing pretty well, actually. Hopefully we'll be able to plant that out in the next month or so. And then I have more tomatoes over here. These are tomatoes that we potted up last weekend. They went from the 2-inch pots to 4-inch pots. And so they were all really leggy, and they're doing really well. They're getting huge. So these ones in the 2-inch pots, you can tell they need to be potted up yet again. With tomatoes, you can just bury them deep when they start to get leggy like this. Like these probably need to go into even a half-gallon or gallon pot, and you could plant them. You can plant them this deep all the way up to these leaves. So maybe this weekend if it stops raining long enough. But yesterday was crazy. The wind and rain was intense. It was like a hurricane. Not really a hurricane, but 50-mile-an-hour winds where we are. So we're going to come out, inspect everything. I'll show videos. I'll post a video here of what I took yesterday of the rain coming down our rain gutter like a river, and they're just pouring. The top of that tree already broke off. One of those pine trees back there, the top of it broke off. I think we're having a hurricane. This is crazy. It just started raining like 20 minutes ago. This tree back here, let's see, our neighbor's tree back here. See those 3 pine trees right there? That one in the middle that's short, that's closest to us, it's hard to see. Top of it came off, and it is on the ground out there. It lost probably 10 or 15 feet off the top of it. So it was rough. So, all right, I planted these irises. I transplanted these irises out here the day before yesterday, knowing that it was going to rain, and the wind knocked them all over. They'll be okay though. Irises are super tough, and it's not the time of year to transplant them, but they were growing really tall underneath my peach tree, and I didn't like them there. So I just stuck them in the ground here. They will be fine. But there's standing water everywhere. Springtime in California, stuff's starting to bud out. This is a Chinese pistache. It's starting to get buds on it. So everything's looking really pretty. Really green, favorite time of year. My red bud is getting, this is not a red bud. This is I can't remember what this is called. Why can't am I having a total brain fart? Cherry. What is it? Choke cherry? Can't remember. They get the little flowers on, or the little seeds on it, but it's starting to get buds on it. In a few weeks, it's going to be, probably a week, it's going to be bright pink color. Everything's looking really good. Oh, my wreath flew off my door from my guest house. Gotta go pick that up. Oh, my fountain fell over. We have some storm damage. Go check out stuff. Weeping plum is doing really well. Doesn't look like it lost any branches. Starting to get flowers on it. Hey babies. These are the silkies. They were hiding yesterday. They were indoors all day. Oh, their shade cloth fell down. We're gonna have to come out and fix that. Hey babies. They look like they're okay though. There was a lot of rain yesterday. They just stayed inside all day. Oh, we lost some tiles off their roof. The coop lost some roof tiles. Gonna need to fix that. We'll walk over here to the side of the guest house. That was on the door right there, and it blew off. I don't know how it got this direction, but pick that up. It's soaking wet. You can see my little fountain fell over. Oh, looks like the kids left all their rain boots out here. Kids' remnants. And you can see that's how much rain we got. Like a good couple inches of rain. The weather person only said about a half an inch, but I mean, obviously that's accumulated, but it seems like we got easily an inch of rain. We're supposed to get another quarter of an inch today, which I welcome it. I don't like the wind because it creates problems, but the rain I'm excited about. The flowers love the rain, so. See, irises are doing really well. They're starting to come up. Got some bulbs that I planted. Oh, look, the snowdrops have an actual flower on them. Little tiny, you can see right there, little tiny flower. These are all bulbs that we planted last year, snowdrops, and I don't remember. I didn't mark anything. I am horrible about marking what I plant, and then I can't remember what I plant. But they're starting to pop. Got some irises in here that are coming up. Planted these last August, and they just sat and did nothing. But they're all taking off really well. I thought they were dead, but they're coming. I gotta come in here and get some. I've been working on getting this weeded, but I need to come in here and get it weeded some more. Oh, look what I just found. This is cool. This is a dead branch off a tree, but look what that is. That is a praying mantis egg sac. It looks like, I don't know when they hatch, but I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna get rid of this branch. We will leave that and let that hatch. That'd be cool if we had praying mantis babies. So I was gonna hang my wreath back up on the door, but there's no hook. Oh, there it is. It's on the ground. This is a command hook, and the wreath pulled it off. There. That wreath is kind of sad now. Might need to refresh the wreath this year. All right. All right, let me show you the project that we have going on. So I ordered these plugs from Farmer Bailey, and they just came. I ordered them in December. So these are Lisianthus, and Lisianthus are super slow to grow, so you have to order them way in advance of when you actually want them. So, because they plant for people's orders. So these are Lisianthus plugs. So I've got Misty Blue, let's see, Apricot, let's see, yeah, ABC Misty Blue, Arena Apricot, Voyage First Love, and then Sleb Cosmetic. So Lisianthus come in different growing, they call them growing groups they call them, where see how they say 1, 3, 2, 2. That's their blooming order. So that's what will bloom first, second, third. They grow in stages. So we got a little bit of each so that everything will grow at different stages. And then I have a friend who is doing a wedding that the colors are blue. And so I got this Misty Blue, which is a group 1, hoping that by July, when that wedding is, it will be blooming. So cross our fingers that they'll be blooming by July. I think they should be. And Lisianthus like a cold start. So it's perfect for us to be planting them right now today. It's cold this morning. It's like 49 degrees out here. They like a cold start in hot summers, which is great for us. That's a perfect plant for us. And in zone 9, I've heard they will perennialize, which would be awesome, that I don't have to plant them every year because they're not cheap. And hopefully then they'll get earlier buds on them next year. But so we're going to get these planted and get them in the ground so that they can get some of this awesome rain that we have coming over the next 5 days as well, and get them all settled in. Okay, we are out in the flower field. We're going to get these Lisianthus planted, but I'll show you what we've got going on. So this is our new row that we put compost down on a few weeks ago to let it start conditioning the soil. These are Lisianthus that I planted earlier, like in, I don't know, December or something, and they're not doing great, and I don't know why exactly. I don't know if it's just because it's been cold. They're rooted in. The roots are doing well. You know, they're hard to pull up, but they're yellow. They shouldn't be that yellow. If you look at the new plugs that I have, how green they are, that's what they're supposed to look like. See, these are the new plugs. They're so green, and then those are so yellow. So I'm not really sure what's going on with them, if they'll recover once it starts to warm up. Doing well though. They have new growth on them. The new leaves are green. I don't know if I need to feed them. I haven't, because they've got fresh compost, so I don't want to give them too much nitrogen. So if anybody has any ideas, love to hear it. So we're going to get these planted. We're just going to continue this row here. Get these planted down this way. I think I have like close to 500 plugs. I have 3.5 trays. I ordered 4. One of the trays, they couldn't fulfill the whole tray. So I have 3.5. So 128 divided by 3.5, whatever that is, close to 500. So, right? Close to 500? Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I do math, but not right now. Okay, so like everything else, I am new to Lisianthus. I've never grown them before. So we are going to get them planted. Everything I've read and how I did the first ones that I planted says to plant them really close together so that they can help support each other. Then you don't have to have stakes, or you don't have to net them, which I probably will end up netting them so they don't fall over. But we are going to plant these really close. So we're going to plant them 8 per square foot. And we're going to go ahead and get them planted. So this has 128. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 2, this is 16 square feet of Lisianthus. Trying to decide. The other ones I poked my finger and planted them, but I think I actually might do trenches. Let's see. sure I do 4 rows of, I'm trying to think out loud, best way to do this. If I do 4 rows across here, I think I could do 8 rows across, and then plant them 12 down. 16 down this way. And I put seeds in here in the fall. I can't remember what kind of seeds they are, but I put seeds in here. They're starting to grow, but at this point I'm just going to dig them up. Somewhat rows. These plugs look really good. Nice healthy roots on them, not root bound. And I know nothing about being efficient planting stuff, so I don't do things very quick. I know flower farms, they're supposed to be all about efficiency. But at this point, I'm just learning how to grow stuff and how to take care of the plants themselves. So I figure we'll work on efficiency next year. So this Lisianthus, the top of it broke off. So technically it just got pinched. You can pinch Lisianthus so that they'll grow lots of side shoots, or you can keep them so that they grow one long stem. So that one will be growing side shoots versus one long major stem of flowers, because it just got pinched as I pulled it out. Some of these did, just based on, packing and shipping. It just happens with plugs as they're getting processed. Some of these, this is a bonus, some of these when they come, they have 2 per cell, which is great. It gives us extra flowers. It's just good value from the grower. Thanks, Farmer Bailey. These come from, I think their company is called, what's the company called that actually grows them? Oh, Plug Connection? And they're here in California, so they didn't have to ship very far. So they all arrived really healthy. So a bunch more just got pinched because my dog stepped on them. Otis is not supposed to be in here. He knew it too. He ran off quick. Tommy, good morning. Good morning, Tommy. I'll show you guys. Good morning, Tommy. What's up, buddy? Hi. Hi, Tommy. That's Tommy. He is a talkative boy. And that's Cinnamon and Comet, the goats. And Megan Hamilton over there. They're sleepy and old. Tommy's a new baby. We just got him. He's 18 months old. He was raised in a house and they didn't realize he was going to get big as a pig. They named him Tommy because Tom Thumb. They named him after Tom Thumb, thinking he would be small, but he is not. He's huge. He's about 200 pounds, and he's a talker. So if you ever come here, he's happy to take hugs and loves and pets and treats. So, and that's Cinnamon. Cinnamon! Mama! Mama! The other reason I plant close together is that I always expect everything's going to die on me. So I always figure, well, if I plant them close together, when some of them die, then they'll have space. But so far this year, things have actually been growing pretty okay. But what's up, Tommy? I don't know what's happening here, but somehow I'm off on my... I have one extra. Missing a plug. 16. So I thought my rows were pretty straight, and then looking from the top, they are not very straight. Might get out my netting to lay them down so that we can make sure that they're straight. But 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 over here. If I was scientific, I would put all the pinched ones together because it's like probably a fourth of them are broken, so they're already pre-pinched. Put them all together and see what the difference of growth is. But I'm not that scientific, so we're just gonna watch them and see what happens. All right, one more row. back and tuck them all in. I just placed them all in the soil, so now I'm tucking the soil around them. Once it rains today too, it's going to push the soil. The soil will fall down around them, but get them all tucked in cozy. Tuck in those ones when I do that side. All right, one down, 4 more trays to go. One down, 2.5 more trays to go. So I have 4.5 trays total. So I'm gonna end up with about 800 Lisianthus out here, which will be amazing if 400 of them grow. I'm very excited about that. And it's starting to rain. So this is my one that came as just a half tray. So we're just gonna do 8 of these in a row. plugs are much smaller than those first plugs were. They're not quite as tall, which is okay, it doesn't matter. Looks like they gave us a few extra in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, a few extra. We'll shove in those last rows. These ones aren't quite as established on them as the other ones are, which again is okay. And it's starting to rain hard now. It's really done before it actually starts. It's raining really hard. We're gonna have to come back and do this, but I'm gonna leave these out here and let them get rained on. So we'll be back. All right, I'm back. So it has quit raining. You can see that it's beautiful sunny out here now, except there's big black clouds that are coming in. But so we took a break during the rain, and I went to we went to Tractor Supply. My bonus daughter wanted to go there for her birthday because she likes the Schleck horses and the little Schleck figurines, which she got little silky chicken figurines for her birthday, which are super cute. But anyway, we went to Tractor Supply and I found these gloves and I am super excited about them. So they are insulated gloves, which sounds stupid because it doesn't really get down below 40 here when I'm out working. I'm never out here working when it's cold, like when it's like 30s. But my hands freeze out here in the garden. I can't ever get warm. And so when I'm in the garden and my hands get wet, they freeze. So usually I wear a pair of regular, what are they? Nylon or something, working gloves. And then I wear a pair of leather gloves on top of those to keep my hands warm. But these ones are best of all the worlds. They're leather and they're extra insulated on the palms. And they are insulated inside. They have fuzzy stuff inside of them. So I'm super excited. They were only, what were they? $6. So yay for new gloves. But we are going to finish hurrying before the rains come back. We're going to hurry and finish getting our Lisianthus planted. So let me show you where we stop. So I'm about halfway done. I've got almost all the trays. That one I do not have halfway done yet. But I'm going to get these 2 trays planted. And then that one, I just left them out here for the rain, so I figured it was a good hardening off for them. And let's go ahead and get these done. Something I'm noticing now is that since these all got rained on, they're much harder to get out of the trays. They're all wet now. They were pretty dry, not like super dry, but pretty dry before. And now that they've been rained on, they're all wet. Hard to get out. So close to being finished. Oh. did it. We got them all in before it started to rain. It's starting to sprinkle, but not too bad. So they are all in. Let's take a look. All right, there we go. I think I counted, let's see, 128 times 3 is 360, 84 plus 64. It's like 448, 49-ish. 450, we're gonna call it 450. 450 Lisianthus planted today. And then we have, I planted another 300 up there. So interestingly enough, those ones are about the same size. I thought those ones would be a lot bigger, but they're not. So, and then I'm not going to do a full garden. Well, we're going to do a full walkthrough through the flower field, but everything's looking really good despite the big storm that we had yesterday. The tulips didn't get too trashed. I thought for sure that they would get trashed. We had hail today, but everything's looking good. So that's it for today. I thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed this. Go ahead and give us a like and a subscribe if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.